Hello and welcome to Taurean Tarot. We've finally made it to the next chakra. Well, our work is never done with keeping our chakras balanced. Our focus is going to shift up our spine to just below our navel with the Sacral Chakra. Just as I did with the root, I'm going to give an overview of the sacral, how it affects us, and what the focus will be during the next leg of this healing journey. To get us started, let's dig in and see what the Sacral Chakra is all about. The Sacral Chakra is located in the pelvic area of your body. This is where our emotions reside, so its element is water. It affects the reproductive system, hips, bladder, kidneys, and the lymphatic system. The mantra for the Sacral Chakra is I feel, which makes sense considering we're going to be dealing a lot with our emotions in this chakra. It also makes sense when I read that the majority of people have deep issues in this chakra. We tend to stuff our emotions in here, and even though we are emotional beings, we're not great with dealing with them. This is also the deepest, hardest chakra to deal with. So buckle up, we're going to get deep with this chakra. I know the first time I went through this book, I was nervous after I read everything in Lisa's preface to the sacral. The idea of facing our emotions can be a terrifying one. But I also remember that it was a very cathartic experience for me, and it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I was grateful for the journey, and I'm looking forward to seeing what else I can pull from it. Let's see how the chakra energy manifests physically in our body. So a balanced sacral chakra is going to allow you to feel and express your emotions in a healthy way. You'll understand how to learn from your emotions. You enjoy pleasures in life more. You have a positive relationship with yourself and others. And you're confident and comfortable in expressing your sexuality in a healthy way as well. Now let's see where most of us lie on the spectrum when it comes to the sacral chakra. An underactive sacral chakra may cause you fear of pleasure, creative block, fatigue, lack of desire, insecurity, detachment, low libido. And on the opposite side of that spectrum, an overactive sacral chakra may cause you mood swings, dissatisfaction, addictive behaviors, disconnection, unhealthy sexual behaviors, and or uncontrollable sexual urges. Just like the root chakra, there are going to be 7 sections covered during our work through the sacral chakra. And those are going to be creativity, birth and rebirth, grief, desire, memory, pleasure, and then we're going to finish it up on the opposite end of where we left the root chakra. And that is going to be, instead of the present, we're going to focus on the past. To get started, we are going to pull a significator card to represent our sacral chakra, just like we did for our root. Before we do that though, I want to make sure we are in the energy of our sacral chakra. So let's do a quick meditation to get us in that space. Get yourself in a comfortable position, close your eyes, and begin focusing on your breath. Take slow, deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Feel your lungs expand. The air hit the back of your throat, and notice how it feels as it leaves your mouth. Slowly begin releasing all the tension in your body, starting with your toes and working your way up through your arms and working your way up through your legs, arms, shoulders, and neck. Now that we're all nice and loose and relaxed, Shift your focus to the base of your spine while maintaining your breathing. Picture your root chakra, that beautiful ball of red light slowly spinning. Now picture roots growing from that ball, anchoring you to the earth. Stay here until you feel grounded. And your only focus is this very present moment. Now that we are rooted in the present moment, let's move up your spine to just below the navel. This is where your sacral chakra can be found. Now imagine that same spinning ball of light as before, but it's orange now. As you keep breathing, picture that ball of light getting brighter and brighter until it's as bright as the sun. Feel the warmth emanating from your sacral chakra. Do you feel safe here? Or does it make you feel uncomfortable? Get to know your sacral chakra. After all, this is where all of your emotions dwell. And you're ready to harness the energy that is offered by your sacral chakra. Repeat after me. I love myself, heart, mind, and body. I take good care of my body vessel, both mentally and physically. I am open to life and all that it has to offer. I have confidence and a zest for life. I am sensual and express myself in healthy ways. I allow myself to feel the pleasures and abundance of life. I feel connected to others. I am a creator and add beauty to the world. I create healthy boundaries. Now sit with these affirmations for a moment. Visualize what your life will look like with more balance in these areas, where creativity flows more freely, your emotions are controlled, and you freely learn from them, where passion is bursting through and life is full of excitement, where confidence comes easily. When you're ready, wiggle your fingers and toes. Slowly open your eyes, and let's begin making this a reality. Thank you for taking time with me to prepare us for our first steps into our sacral chakra. Now that we're more familiar with it, we can begin to navigate it and see what lessons we can learn from it. So, like the Fool, let's take that jump off the cliff and get started. And just like so many times before, we are going to choose a significator, and this time to represent our sacral chakra. Before I go over some suggestions and select one for myself, I wanted to revisit my original chakra assessment spread to see where my sacral was months ago when I first started this work. So as you can see on screen here, this is what my original chakra pillar assessment looked like. And if you have questions about the cards that are represented for each chakra, I'll make sure I link the video for that reading in the cards. And feel free to check that out. For right now, we're just going to focus on the second card from the bottom, which is where your sacral chakra lies on the pillar. And for that, I pulled the Devil card. I know when I did the original analysis of my assessment, I didn't put much weight on pulling the Devil card for the sacral chakra. I just made a simple note that it was the only major arcana card that I pulled for that spread, which in itself is very significant. But after doing all of the work in the root chakra and now familiarizing myself with the sacral chakra, this definitely makes sense to me. Going back to the symptoms of an overactive sacral chakra, one of those keywords was disconnection. I find it interesting that I pulled the Devil card for my sacral in the assessment spread, because I also pulled the Devil card for the connection section of my root chakra. So obviously there is a lesson to be learned there, and I will definitely be taking that to my tarot journal. So this tells me that when I'm looking for a significator, not only am I looking for strength, flexibility, flow, or the ability for it to stand on its head underwater, because these are all things you want to take into consideration when choosing your significator, but I personally also want something that can help strengthen my connection. You don't have to pick your significator this way, especially if you never did the chakra assessment spread, but I felt this would be a good way for me to pick mine. So my suggestion to you is you can either go through and do a chakra assessment, or take your own tarot deck and simply ask tarot what it is that your sacral chakra needs at the moment. And then go through your deck and find a card that will help you in that area, that will complement the card that you intuitively pull, or pick a card that meets the criteria I mentioned before, which I'll have on screen for you, and just feels like a good fit for you. I will put up on screen the things you want to look for in a significator, as well as suggested cards for you. And just as before, make sure that when you're choosing your card, that it's in its reverse position to make sure it can hold its own. Alright, so I have selected my card. I hope you were able to as well. I have decided that for this exercise and for the work that I'm going to do in the sacral chakra, that I am going to be working with the Two of Wands. And the main reason that I've decided to go with that is, twos are all about relationships and partnerships, and I feel like I need to reconnect with the relationship with myself. Not only that, but the Two of Wands is all about knowing your goals, having dreams, seeing the opportunity presented in front of you, but not yet taking that step outside of your comfort zone to actually go achieve them. And I feel like that is exactly where I am in this moment. And I'm hoping that by working with that energy and all of the lessons I'm going to learn in the sacral that drive your passion and your creativity, that will ultimately connect me with the confidence and the creativity and the zest for life that I need to take that step outside of my comfort zone. Let me know in the comments below what you decided to go with. And if you have questions or you're not quite sure on which card will best suit you for your significator card, you can always email me or DM me on Twitter, or X as they like to call it. I'm still going to call it Twitter. And we can work through that together. I know I've said it many times before, but I'm really hoping that this channel will grow into a community where we can grow together and help each other learn. So that is all that I have for you today. I'm really excited that we finally got to take the first step into the Sacral Chakra and familiarize myself with that. I'm looking forward to the lessons that I'm going to take from this chapter and really see what that Two of Wands has to offer me. I'm also excited because now that I'm back to doing these exercises, I can get back into my visual journal. I feel like it's been so long since I've done anything in that, so I'm really looking forward to firing up that creativity center in my sacral and putting that to good use. So that will be the next video that you see from me. If you haven't seen already, I put out 2 new tarot deck reviews, so go ahead and check those out. If you're looking for some new oracle decks, I go over those. And to make sure you get notified for that, please just take a second, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. It really does help, and I appreciate you taking the time to do that. And then just keep an eye out for that visual journal entry. And until then, take care and be well.